Hey, Easy Agent Pros, this is Tyler here, and I've got a really burning episode that I want to get off my chest for this version of EAP TV. So there's this one thing, right? I get a lot of emails. You know, we have over 110,000 people visiting the site every month, 40,000 people, 50,000 people on the email list sending in questions to every post, and they're always asking, how can I get more leads? Most of the time, they're always asking, how can I get more free leads? And that's really frustrating after a while because we've written over 300 posts. Most of them are highly actionable that you can go out there, do something, and get a result right away. And so I just want to hammer this in real quick. Like, if you go out there and look at other businesses you can start, right? Real estate is a business. If you look at starting a Great Clips, right? You're selling $10 men's haircuts. That takes close to $65,000 just to get the licensing and going with that, right? Starting a McDonald's, you're looking at $2 million to get started. And all it takes to get started in real estate is some know-how, some marketing, and maybe a 2 to 6 week course depending on where you are in the US, Canada, or internationally, right? But the thing is, there is no commission fairy that's gonna come to you the second you get your real estate license and start handing you commission checks, right? This is a business. It takes time or money, two ways to get leads, time or money to get you results in real estate, right? But here's the problem with that. Time and money. You have two things that you can spend to get leads. But the problem is you're the person who has to spend them. You're the person who spends your money. You're the person who spends your time. And you have to make educated decisions on how to spend those best. And the cool thing about living in 2016 is we have this thing called Amazon.com where you can buy cheap used books, cheap books on Kindle, cheap books in general of brilliant people who show you how they built million, sometimes billion-dollar businesses for maybe $10, right? So you can learn how they spent their time and money to change their lives in order to build their business. So I'm going to break down every single book I've read since January 1st, 2016. It's May, I think 23rd right now, 2016. So these are all the books I've read this year. Don't believe me, go email me at Tyler@EasyAgentPro. I'll send you all the receipts. I'll send you pictures how in every book there's like actual notes on the cover page and inside the books themselves and just show you exactly what I did to read these books. So I'm just going to break down step by step what I learned from all these books. Maybe you'll learn something. Maybe you'll be motivated to start reading, because one of the things that I've noticed is that if you close your eyes right now, go ahead and close them. Imagine yourselves 5 years from now, or 5 years in the future, or past, right? 5 years in the future or 5 years in the past. The only thing in your business that can change the outcome of, whether you're doing 120 houses a year, 60 houses a year, 10, 20, the only thing is you making key decisions on where to spend your time and where to spend your money. And the only place that you can really educate and change what you know, and thus what the outcome of your results are, is by reading and by learning from other people or learning the hard way yourself, right? I'm not the first guy to say this, but we're gonna go step by step through every single book I've read so that you can get a better understanding of maybe some books you should read and what you can do if you commit to reading this much in your business. First book, Save the Cat. I just read this last weekend. It's all about storytelling, how to break down stories. Your brand is a story. You need to learn how to tell it. You're a real estate agent. You're not some fancy new app. You're not some fancy new website. You have to learn how to differentiate yourself with stories. Next book, Rich Dad, Poor Dad. It's about real estate investing. If you're a real estate agent, every single deal you're selling is an investment in some way. Maybe they're not a real estate investor, but if you can get some of this stuff into your head, you're going to provide more value to the average client. Little book on common sense investing. This is probably the easiest book you can ever read to learn how to invest your money outside of real estate. A lot of people get into real estate to get rich quick. Here to tell you, this is how to get rich quick slowly, right? This is, if you want to invest in the stock market, you need to know this. It'll take a lot of pressure off your business in terms of generating revenue by generating passive income through other investment vehicles. This book, Crossing the Chasm, describes why most businesses fail before they can bloom into their adolescence years. It's a great book, great tech startup. I think we reviewed this on the podcast a couple episodes ago. Tony Robbins' book on money, right? Like I said, real estate's a financial investment. This talks about money in some of the smartest ways. I think he has close to 6 or 7 billionaires that he interviews in here. Great book, pick it up, can't recommend it enough. Learn from everyone. I know it's the political season. Bernie Sanders, Donald Trump, buy their books, learn from them. They're both successful. I don't care what your political views are. Elon Musk, same exact thing. This book taught me something that led to the launch of the Lead Sites Cookie app and an app we're releasing next week. Read for fun. This is one of the greatest fiction novels for those of you into fiction. Read it over January on a trip I took to Russia. 4-Hour Work Week. This book teaches you how to structure your business and decrease the amount of stuff that you do, increase the amount of stuff you outsource smartly to get it done, build systems. Speaking of systems, one of the smartest books out there you need to read, E-Myth. This book is all about system building in your business. You've got to learn it, right? This is probably the first book I'd start with, maybe some real estate investment book instead. New Case for Gold, another book about investing in money. Unconventional Success, another book about investing. Notice a trend here. You've got to learn from people who are successful, and a lot of them are in real estate and investing. That's where the big business people who are successful are. Alibaba, right? $billion business. This book taught me so much about the Chinese market. For example, last year, 2015, November 11th, they did over $14 billion in sales, right? There's a lot you can learn from someone outside your industry who's succeeding at a level that a lot of us can't even physically comprehend. I can't comprehend how one website can sell $14 billion of stuff in one 24-hour period. Next book. Another investing book. It's by The Little Book That Builds Wealth by Pat Dorsey. I'll put all these in the YouTube comment description. We'll have someone write them up there. The Amazon store, right? Another billion-dollar company that was built from virtually nothing. This guy started in a garage with like some 2x4 and plywood desks, right? Learn from these people. There are tons of life lessons you can take away from that. Choose Yourself, another great entrepreneurial book. If you're feeling down one day, pick up this book, read it. You'll learn how to not feel down about your business. Not Fade Away. This is a great memoir. This guy, he built some of the best channels. He built, what was that? I think it was Starlight or something like that, Pat Dorsey, and BET and maybe MTV, million. I don't think he might have hit billions. But anyway, he died of cancer when he was really young. That's his book, memorizing like how to live your life well and not just live for money. Disrupt It, great book, came out. It's about tech startups. Barbara Corcoran, Learn from Your Mentors. Another book, Learning from Your Mentors, right here. Frederick Uckland, learn how he went from zero to one of the biggest agents. He came from Norway, one of the biggest agents in New York City. Another fiction book, teaches you some stuff, but mostly just for fun. Nice fiction book. The Hiltons, right? Big real estate mogul. They started in New Mexico. That's where EAP was started. So it's a great book just to read, learn how the Hiltons built their billion-dollar empire. Another book about getting, this one's How to Get Filthy Rich in Rising Asia. It was recommended by Chris Sacca. Great book on learning how to live your life again. It's a lot like the other Living Life book. Oprah Winfrey, What I Learned from, What I Know for Sure. She's a billion-dollar entrepreneur who started, magazine companies, her own TV show, and just tons and tons of stuff. Seth Godin, The Icarus Deception, great marketing genius. You got to know his stuff if you're in marketing, which all real estate agents are, right? American Icon, How Ford Saved Their Business. Great book on that. Scaling Up. A lot of you know the Rockefeller method of building business. This is a great description of that method, of that business model. If you're looking to grow your team from 4 to maybe 6, 4 to 12, 4 to 40, wherever you're looking to go from there, that's the great book. If you're looking to go from 1 to 4, then get E-Myth, right? E-Myth, and then this is like E-Myth 2.0. Let's see here, what else do we got? Email marketing, another email marketing book. Email is still big. I don't care what anyone tells you about Snapchat. Email is still huge out there. People work, learn from your competitors. Magic of Thinking Big. This was written in the 60s. It's a great read because it's still so true today. If you're sitting there thinking, oh man, I'm doing 15 listings, how can I get to 20 houses a year? You should really actually read this book and set that goal to be 45 because you're much easier going to go from 15 to 45 than you are going 15 to 20. It sounds weird, but it's really actually how business works. Some philosophy, The Moral Questions, great book. Let's see, another Rich Dad, Poor Dad on real estate investing. You're all real estate agents. Every real estate deal you do is a real estate investment deal, whether the person buying the property knows it or not. Fooled by Randomness, great book on why random events happen and how to prepare for them in your business. Nice classic, Zig Ziglar, as you see, bought used on Amazon. The Emperor's Handbook. This is by Marcus Aurelius. Great book, philosophy once again, but a lot of tactics about leadership in there. Speaking of leadership, if you're leading a team, The Education of a Coach by Bill Belichick, actually about Bill Belichick. Hard to argue, no matter, I'm a Packers fan, so not that big of a fan of the Patriots, but great book about this Patriots genius. In a few others here. But anyway, the point by now is everyone wants to know how to get free leads in real estate. And the fact is, there are tactics that will get you there. There's no doubt about that. Go read one of Easy Agent Pro's blog. But the key thing is that you are in charge of your business. 5 years from now, 10 years from now, you will be the only thing there remaining, right? Everything will have changed. Well, instead of talking about Snapchat, we'll be talking about like Luber, right? Go start Luber. That's a new app that's coming out, right? The tactics always change, but the core strategies don't. And that's stuff you can pick up from any of these books and more. This is just the books I've read since January. But you are the one that has to change. Go read these books. Go check out a post on Easy Agent Pro. See if that can help you get to the next step. But when it comes to growing your business, you're the person that has to take accountability and responsibility for that, right? So many people email and say, I tried Facebook back in the day and it didn't work, or I tried this back in the day. You know what? All these people tried tons of stuff that didn't work too, and then they tried it again and tried it again and tried it again and found the way to make it work. That's the key cornerstone of success that all these people can teach you if you just let them. So go check out Amazon, go get a book, go check out Easy Agent Pro. I'll put all these in the description with maybe some of my favorites at the top. Hope this was helpful. Hope it wasn't too ranty. Subscribe on YouTube. Go check out easyagentpro.com. I'm Tyler with Easy Agent Pro. Thanks.